is Fitriman Safia, and today I will do my individual task. So my question is, why is it important to exercise? Okay. Exercise is important to everyone because exercise could lead someone to get a healthy life, to get a happy lifestyle. So first, exercise could give benefit through physical health. Okay, first, through exercise, it could reduce risk for us to get chronic conditions such as heart failure, lung diseases, and high blood pressure. This is because from exercise, it could help us to strengthen the heart and improve our blood circulations. Also, activity like weight training and stretching can help to improve muscle strength and flexibility that could reduce the risk of injuries for someone. Next, for someone who have problem with their weight or obesity, could do the exercise to keep them to getting a healthy weight, because through exercise we could burn the calories and boost our metabolism. This could lead for someone with a problem for obesity to lower their weight, to get their desired weight and keep their body health. Okay, and I would like to add one more point is the activities that we can do during our leisure time is we could do a brisk walk in the morning, and also we could jogging during our free time, because it can help us to boost our immune system and give us a lot of benefits, because during the exercise we could produce a sweat that will remove all the toxin in our body also. So for the conclusion is, exercise is very important to everyone because it gives a lot of benefit to us, from the physical benefit to a mental benefit. So for someone like students that that dealing with stress and anything, besides you talk to your friend, you could also just go out and exercising. Okay, so that's all for me. Thank you.
Also, now I'm going to talk about what and knowing what and when to eat is actually really important, because as a student, we do have 8 AM class to 4 PM class. Not every day, but I would say the casual schedule, we do have like a really hectic and long day, so we need the energy to go out through the whole day. So the first point is actually breakfast is really important, since we need to stay focused in the class. So breakfast actually really important, because they help us to stay focused in the class, and also it gives the energy for us to do any works the whole day. And I do actually see most of the people skip breakfast because they don't have time and many other reasons, but it's actually something that we actually need to take. The most important meal other than lunch and dinner, that people always avoid them. And I also get it why people don't take it, because we don't actually have time, but sometimes maybe a break will also actually help, even like a biscuit, just to fill our stomach. And I think athletes needs actually meals for them are actually more important, since they need to focus in the games or like in a competition. And also I read it somewhere, they said banana is actually really helpful for them because they keep their body energized and yeah, to stay focused in the whole game. Also, some of the people who have gastric, so it is important for them to know when to eat. And also it's not good for you to eat late at night, since it will affect your body health. And also junk foods or like a snacks or an instant meal would actually give you the energy, but it wouldn't last longer like real food affect you. Like you need to take veggies, fruits, and some other foods that give you the carbs and proteins that helps your body stay energized throughout the whole day.
Hi, my name is Nushaya Haja. I will do task 1, and my question is why we should visit doctors regularly. Nowadays, visit doctors regularly is really important. So firstly, what we can get by seeing doctors regularly is we can detect our health issue by doing a lot of tests. For example, when we visit doctors, we might do a lot of checkups, such as we can do tests like blood tests, urine tests, and so on. So by doing those tests, doctors can get to identify what is the issue from our health. So, for example, doctor can diagnose us by getting diabetes, high blood pressure, and also doctor can detect cancer because usually cancer doesn't have any early symptoms. So by seeing doctors regularly, doctors can check our health so we can prevent it early. Secondly is preventing illness. Doctors provide prevention care such as vaccines to avoid flu or any diseases, and doctors also will do screenings for cholesterol and blood sugar. So lastly is advices from the doctors. When we usually visit doctors, we can get advices and took the advices for our advantages. So usually doctors will advise what we should take or what we shouldn't. For example, if you have an asthma, doctors might ask you to quit smoking, or if you have a diabetes, doctor might ask you to cut your sugar intakes and also do a lot of exercises. In conclusion, regular doctor visits are not just for our health, but it's also for us having a healthy lifestyle and live a longer life. If we have a longer life, we will get a happier life.
Hi, my name is Siti Nurnadatun Husna, and I'm going to do task 1, and my question is why is it important to get enough rest? There are so many ways to keep healthy. One way to keep healthy is to get enough rest. It is important to get enough rest so that our brains can work more efficient. There are so many ways to get enough rest. One way is to get enough sleep. Getting enough sleep doesn't mean that you have to sleep for a long time. It's just only for how many hours that our body needs. For example, There are research see that for average normal people, they only need 6 to 8 hours of, like the first picture. There is a woman sleep on her white bed sheet and she's using an eye mask. This means that she's getting a good quality of sleep because the eye mask help her sleep. When we get enough rest, our body can work better because we have more energy to stay put. Secondly, it is important to get enough rest so that it can help to improve our mental well-being. Getting enough rest helping our mind to stay relaxed and peaceful. For example, to get our mind relaxed, we can practice some relaxation techniques such as take a warm shower or do reading. This can help us to calm our mind. Like the second picture, there is two people. Like there's a couple, which is a woman and a man. Take a short break from whatever they are doing to relax their mind. This is important so that they don't feel burnt out whenever they don't feel burnt out when they do something, so that they they keep their mind in peace and relax. So when our mind is in relaxed condition, we can think more faster and solve problem more.
Hi, my name is Fitri Iman Safia, and today we will going to talk about our group task, which is the question is how can one's health best be improved? So let me talk about my point first. First point is for exercise such as a regular aerobic, it could help us to improve our heart. Next is it can enhance our immune system. From exercise, it could boost our immune system that leads our body to be more immune from the infections such as fever and sinus. Next is exercise can help us to gain more confidence about ourselves. This is because for someone who deal with obesity and weight issues, for exercise that could help them to lower their weight and give them the healthy weight, it could give them the confidence back to themselves because they already achieved their goal to be healthy. Before I end my point, I would like to give some of strategy to encourage an active lifestyle. First of all, you have to set your goals, such as for someone who deal with stress or dealing with obesity, you could target the weight that you want before you do the activities. So secondly is you can start with the fun activities or the easiest activity such as jogging and brisk walk, and fun activities that you could do with your friends like cycling. Exercising also can be fun if you can do it with your beloved ones, such as friends and family. You could invite them to do the activities with you also. Besides, you can be happy during the exercise, you also can build more connection with them and also encourage them to have a healthy lifestyle like you. Okay, that's all from me. Do you agree with me, Iman?
Thank you, Iman, for your point, and I totally agree with all of them. And now I want to talk about why is it important for us to know what and when to eat, because we need to actually keep our body healthy, especially as a student. We do have packed schedules every day, every single week, and we need the energy to go throughout the whole day. Sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do also eat junk food or like instant meals, but not every day, since it's not healthy, and we all know that. But because sometimes I do get lazy from time to time to get actually real food that gives me energy, but I don't usually eat them every day. So we actually need to take proteins or food that have carbs to make us stay focused in the class and do any work in the whole day. Like maybe rice or with some side dish that make us stay energized and keep our mood happy, because I don't actually really understand why some of the people actually forgot to take their meals. I mean, food is the most excited thing that I actually look forward every day, because I can't actually skip meals. And also I know some other people have this thing which they have gastric, because they don't take their meals at the right time, and it's actually can get really serious if they keep the same things. And taking meals in the middle of the night is actually really bad, because our body actually needs to rest, and maybe it will not affect right now, but in the future, let's say you do take desserts or junk food snacks and any instant meals every day with a high amount of sugar. It will actually not affect now, but in the future there's actually so much disease going on if we don't focus on what we eat, and if we don't take care of ourselves. And also I think for some athletes, it's actually really important for them to know what and when to eat, especially when they need to focus in their game or competition or practice, because they need the nutrients so that their body can recover really fast. And I also do some of them eat banana. I mean, especially for the running athletes, they eat banana before a game, and I think they actually helps you to keep your body stay focused. And also breakfast is actually so important, because it helps your brain to stay focused in the class and make you study really well. And I think this is breakfast is one of the meals that people tend to avoid, because they don't have time to take it, other than lunch and dinner, which is important as well. But I think the most important meal throughout the whole day is actually breakfast, since they give you the energy to go who do something throughout the whole day, not as a student, but any person. I mean, someone actually working, and because every person is different, they had other things to do, so breakfast is the most important thing. And I could summarize from all of this, I could summarize that people need to actually take care of themselves for real, because it would actually maybe we don't see the effect right now, but in the future when we are old, we don't know what would happen in the future. So I think knowing what and when to eat is actually really important. Now I'm going to pass to another factors that why it is important to keep our body health, to my friend Haja.
Yes, I agree with you, Iman. And another way to improve our health is by going for regular checkup with healthcare professionals. By going regular visits, we can detect our early sickness. For example, if we have high blood pressure or diabetes, we didn't have early symptoms. So when we go visit doctors regularly, they can diagnose us before our sickness become worse. So they also will do a lot of tests for us, for example like urine tests, blood tests, or any screenings for cholesterol and all that. So by visiting doctors and have looking for doctors regularly, we can get a lot of advices. For example, doctor might advise us to quit smoking, or cut our sugar. Next is another advantage that we can get is we can have a medical history. By having a medical history, it can make it easily for doctors to look what to do diagnosis about our health. Any professional doctors you can visit regularly, but you also can visit dentists. For example, I usually go once a month, every month. So I change my bands, and also I do scaling so I can clean my teeth. So it's good for you to look at dentist every single month if you want to get a clean teeth. So not only professional healthcare, you also can go to dentist. I would also like to highlight this, how important regular checkups for different ages of groups. For instance, baby have to do a regular checkups for getting vaccination, and for older people, as we getting older, we might have a lot of sickness. For example, like maybe we got heart attack, so we should check it for cardiovascular or diabetes and all that. So it's really important. I think people should invest more on health, because knowing that you being diagnosed, being checked up every single month, it can avoid the anxiety of, you think about your undiagnosed conditions. So when we started to do regular checkups, we have been monitored by the doctors, so we don't have to worry about our health. So for me, it is very important for us to do a regular checkup, and it is the best way to improve our health. I think that we all agree that this is the best way to improve our health. So what's your thought about my opinion, Husna?
Thank you, Hajar. I see your points, but from my point of view, I think that Setting up a proper schedule to get enough rest is also very important because it helps our body and mind to recover from any stress. Rest is not only about sleeping. Most of people will think that rest is all about sleeping, but it's not only about sleeping, but it also taking breaks during the day. We can set up a schedule by planning our time carefully. For example, during work or study, we can take a short break every hour or two to relax. For students, they can do Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of study and 5 minutes of breaks. It is also important to set aside the time in the evening to spend with family or getting ready before sleep. This creates a balance between work and rest, which can improve our overall well-being and improve our productivity of the day. Getting enough rest is very important for a lot of things, but first, it helps us to prevent burnout. When we work or study for too long or too much without taking a break, we tend to feel tired, stressed, and sick over time. Burnout can make it harder to focus and can cause physical problems such as headache or muscle pain, or even our brain hard to focus. Second, proper rest improve our focus and energy levels. When we take breaks, our brain gets a chance to recharge and take a rest, which can make us more productive and efficient for the long time, so we don't feel burnt out. So without rest, we might to struggle a bit whenever we work or study. Like I said before, for students, they can try to use Pomodoro technique when they study, which is 25 minutes of study and take 5 minutes of break. Then they do both, and after they complete, they take a long break, so that this way they won't feel much burnt out. For example, imagine a student who has a lot of things to study because of an important exam. If the student studies all day without taking a break, they will probably feel tired, stressed, and sometimes unable to focus. However, if they plan their study time, they can relax their mind and making it easier to study or even remember the information. In the end, they will perform better on the exam and less stress. For example, during our study weeks, most of students will study all day, but they often feel burnt out. So to prevent this, they can take a short break between their studies so they don't feel burnt out. In conclusion, I believe that setting up a proper schedule to get enough rest is very important for all of people, especially for students or people who work, because it can help us to maintaining good health. Besides that, it also helps us to recover, prevents burnout, and make us more productive. By giving ourselves time to rest during the day, we can stay focused, less stressed, and we can live a healthier life and more balanced life. We can live a healthier and more balanced life.